Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold stream. On today's stream, if you didn't check out the last video, I got to dual level max, but it took my entire sanity. What I ended up doing was I played birds. I played the birds, and didn't really have a good time. But I got to dual level max, which is something that I really wanted to do. I wanted to actually deal with that. I wanted to just get it over and done with, basically. And I was like, oh, you know what? Let's grind on the second account. Let's play some other fun decks. And then I realized a lot of you guys left comments on my video, both on This Format Sucks, the previous one about the Duelist Cup, as well as the one with the birds, where I actually got to dual level max, and we're like, yo, like this, yeah, like I don't blame you, like this meta is bad, like we need a ban list, yada yada. So I figured, let's actually talk about that. Because there are a few things that I really do want to talk about. Now, first things first, I wanted to point out this comment right here on my This Format Sucks video. What's up, Cyanide? What's up, James? How's it going? I also wanted to do this live instead of in a video because I actually wanted to see your guys' responses. So that's why. But yeah, this guy put it very eloquently. Very well done. First of all, he does say that they say it is an opinion, and they're going to respect the opinions of others. He's played through 4 hand traps, 4 negates, other such things with fun decks, so it's not about that. But I just want to read this comment real quick because it was very cool. I'll be honest, Master Duel is broken and needs massive ban list urgently. I do agree with this. I think most people agree with this, but it's inconceivable that 90% of the duels are against any deck with DPE, Adventure, and Halka engines with Auroradon, minus the birds, which are absolutely everywhere. That's literally the rest of the 10%. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I like it, and TCG is much healthier than this format. If I play a game, it's for fun, and that the tryhards come along and they're typical, you're playing the wrong game, you're the meta, yada yada. Complains about the tryhards. I think that's something a lot of people do. That's not really the problem. If you're in the higher ranks, expect to see people playing competitively and playing the best decks. It's just kind of how it goes. There you go. What's up, Foxes? Sorry, I don't think I said that. If they want to play a meta, yeah, if they want us to play meta, they should eliminate all the other decks and leave a Auroradon and Eldritch and just have everyone play that. No one wants to play meta. Yeah, I prefer to play stuff like Earth Machine and Altergeist, which is a really cool deck and a really terrible deck. I don't know how this guy came up with those 2 decks, but there you go. Interesting. I don't mind playing against, like, I think Deniers is basically negates, against hand traps and a lot of this other stuff, because it's a challenge. It's fun, it's interesting, yada yada. But the meta is so broken that just playing competitive is gross and not fun. Yeah. Things like Despia, Tri-Brigade, Dinos, they're actually healthy and have a way to deal with them. It's something that I really do like. Brought up a good point there, where it's just like, yeah, these 3 top-tier decks that have been played in the TCG that were top-tier in Master Duel had a very healthy interaction base. I don't know if people actually like the meta, but not as much as the casual base. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are some meta decks that are fun, but it's like, do we really enjoy playing against Bird? Do we really enjoy playing against M-Pen Barrier Statue? Do we? I think fundamentally it's flawed because of best of 1 format. I agree. Now, this is probably the biggest thing I wanted to bring up was, let's go to Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG ban list. So if we go to the actual OCG ban list, there are a lot of cards that are still available, right? Like, sure, Link Cross is banned, and so is Crystron Halqifibrax, so is Toad. That's great. They just recently limited True King, or banned it, but like we still have access to a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Notably, I think that what is it? The Rongo's still completely viable. You can still play 3 of that for some reason. We have 2 engage for some reason. A lot of the stuff for the OCG, which is more so what Master Duel is kind of based off of, is a lot of just like nerfing consistency, right? So a lot more things are limited to 2, as you can see here. In the TCG, that's not really the case. We have a lot of limitations to 1, not as many bans. Like Cyframe Gear Gamma, for some reason, is limited to 1. Don't know why. Yo, is that a DDD ban list? No. Not gonna lie, I personally hate Dino because it scammed me in the finals. That's understandable. But, like, I mean, in all honesty, Dino is not inherently unfair to play against, right? Like, it's not unfun to play against. Like a lot of other things. It's the DDD spreadsheet, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, Galatea is limited to 1, along with Harp Horror, along with Gearsu, you know? So it's like, they're nerfing consistency instead of, like, the power. Instead of just banning the Harp Horror, which is the problem, they limit a whole bunch of things. They limited Thunder Dragon Colossus with a whole bunch of other Thunder Dragons. They limited Zodiac Rat here instead of just banning it. Have you read Misk? Exactly. And a lot of stuff like that, which works way better in a best of 3 format. Make Gamma at 3. Yes, please, Gamma to 3 when. But yeah, like, that works in a best of 3 because if you lose one game to something like an Imperial Order or a Skill Drain or what have you, you have 2 other games to not only side deck cards in to deal with that, but more specifically, just have a better chance of seeing, like, actual outs. Gearsu at 3. Not unless you ban Harp Horror. But in best of 1s, when you have things like Barrier Statue, it just completely fundamentally breaks the game. And a lot of floodgates do that. Now, I don't think all floodgates do that, but I think a lot of them do. Where it's just like, it's a complete shutdown. You do not get to play the game. Yeah, it's as simple as that. I think the Bird deck is a great example. Eldritch is a great example. If we were to go over to Road of the King, and we check out the Master Duel metagame report, we can see that Eldritch is still, like, the best deck. I think, to be honest, Konami will still print overpowered cards and continue to power creep and make anime cards more viable but inconsistent just to push sales. Yeah, like, I don't mind them pushing overpowered cards, quote unquote. Like, I don't mind Zeus. I don't mind like the Sprite cards or the Tier Elements or anything like that. The problem that I have is specifically having these crazy cards in a best of 1 format like the Duelist Cup, right? Where people are specifically going to try hard, and that means that they are going to end up seeing, you know, these crazy overpowered decks like Prank Kids with 3 Meow Meow Moo, with Max C just absolutely dumpstering people, with Flunder being able to just constantly lock your opponent out of playing the game, with Eldritch having multiple floodgates that just completely turn off the entire game as well. So it's just like, all of these things kind of put together really do become a problem, especially when you see, like, the top decks within the OCG kind of player base for Master Duel are Eldritch and Virtual World, 2 decks that focus on floodgating the opponent out of the game. Virtual World does it through True King, and Eldritch does it through floodgates, right? But you can side deck. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, the game isn't... Like, if it had the TCG ban list, it would be much better for best of 1s, because with the TCG ban list, you don't have a lot of those really overpowered cards like Rongo, like True King, like, you know, a myriad of different things. Verte is currently banned now. So if we had a ban list that was similar in nature to the TCG ban list, it'd be at least a little bit better. Honestly, I think power creep is fine, so it's like Potent DUEA are good ways to shake up the metagame. The problem is that the decks become too oppressive. The problem is in Master Duel, the fact that people are able to just shut you out of a game entirely. Right? Look at this card in particular, Skill Drain. I mean, IO as well. But Skill Drain in particular, so many decks cannot play through a single Skill Drain. They just do not, you cannot have an out. Because in a format like Master Duel, where you're able to play so many different decks, Power Creep is cool, but I want my Spiral back. Like, I have a whole bunch of different decks, top tier, not top tier, and I could play all of these at the same rank, right? I could play Dark Lords, or I could play Tri-Brigade Zodiac, or Tri-Brigade Literalisk, right? And... what? No, that's fine. And, like, all of this kind of basically is saying, yeah, we kind of needed a ban list for best of ones, not for best of threes. They went with the best of 3 ban list instead of the best of 1 ban list because reasons. Hold on. No, I don't want the shiny ones. Give me the non-shinies. Hold on, this is gonna bug me. Thank you. So yeah, it's just a matter of like with Tri-Brigade, it doesn't matter what they put up unless you're playing against the Tri-Brigade Literalisk, where they put up the barrier statue, where it's like, you could probably play through a Tri-Brigade board. You could play through a Tri-Brigade Zodiac board. There are ways to interact with that. You can't interact with Rongo. You can't interact with a Floodgate nearly as often. Konami forgot to make a ban list, yeah. Tri-Brigades are pretty fair, that's why I liked it so much. Yeah, that's the same reason why I like them. It's like, yeah, you can win, but it always feels fun to play against them, right? You're never going to be like, sure, DPE is absolutely insane. Tri-Zoo was a fun meta, indeed. Tri-Brigade Zodiac was fun. Drytron wasn't. So I'm glad they hit the Drytron part of the engine, and they actually didn't really touch the Tri-Brigade Zodiac, which I'm okay with. But, like, if we look at this deck, is there anything unfair in this deck? Not really. Sure, DPE is powerful. There are a lot of ways to deal with it. Super Polymerization, called by, Ghost Bell. Anything that banishes. There are a lot of different archetypal things that banish, either from field or grave. Things that return. So, yeah, it's like, I guess the biggest thing is, like, make Verte into DPE, which then allows you to get the +2 off of Celestial. But other than that interaction in particular, which, again, can be stopped, there are ways to play around it through things like Called By and what have you. It's fine. Like, there isn't really anything too unfair. There are things that can be rather annoying. Revolt's an overpowered card. So is DPE. Sure, that's understandable. But you can play through those. You can interact with those, right? You can deal with those boards as they come. Whereas, you know, we look at something like Bird. And it's like, okay, how do you deal with M-Pen, Barrier Statue playing on your turn? All while potentially under a Dimension Shifter. And while they're chain blocking so you can't Ash Blossom them. You know? Or how do you deal with them tributing over your cards? However much they want that turn. You know? That's where it's like, yeah, these are unfair, unfun instances. So, what I want to do is I want to create some cards, just talk about some cards that should probably be banned in a best of one format, right? Things from Eldritch, the adventure stuff, Flu, Prank Kids, all of that stuff that should probably be limited or banned in some way because they're a bit too overpowered. Even Adventure Pure Zoo is doing better than it? Yeah. Well, Tri-Brigade I wouldn't necessarily say is power crept. While, yes, Adventure Pure Zoo is doing better, I think that's just due to the nature of Zeus being absolutely crazy in best of ones. Again, a best of one kind of thing. But the thing is, Tri-Brigade is still one of the best decks. Like, It still is. I think it's just like people aren't playing it because why play Tri-Brigade Lyrilisk when you could play literally anything else? And it takes like half a brain cell. So anyway, yeah, the plan is to do that. So let's... Called By was the first one someone mentioned. Yes. Called By... Banlist. Called By should probably be on this list. Obviously. Maxi, I think Maxi is 100% ban-worthy. I think there's no reason to limit or semi-limit it in any way. Yeah, this card should definitely be banned. In best of ones, specifically. I think in best of threes, sure, it's understandable. Hey, whatever. But yeah, in best of threes, it's absolutely crazy. Verte, Hulk, Rorodon, Rongo, Meow Meow Mew, VFD, Maxi, Dimension Shifter, all the barrier statues. That's not entirely true. I think just wind is the issue. Fossil Dyna, Skill Drain, Rivalry Goes, and Tikaboo. Oh my. We'll get to some of those. Imperial Order, definitely. There it is. Imperial Order. Grass? We can talk about Grass. Grass is interesting. Let's talk about this now. Grass, honestly, I think should be limited to 1. Reason being, having Grass that can be activated twice is, I think, more so an issue. But Grass does have a lot of interactions that you can play around with. Like, you can stop graveyard interactions or graveyard effects with things like Ghost Spell. You can stop it with Ash. You can negate it. There's nothing really protecting it or anything like that. And they have to play oftentimes a more inconsistent deck. So, yeah. I think Grass should probably be limited to 1. But I don't think it needs to be banned. But it should be limited to 1. Because seeing multiple of it is really problematic, where it's like, oh, out comes Grass, let me Ash that. Out comes another Grass. Oh, great, now alright, I guess you win. And it's like, depending on the mills, they just like win the game on the spot. So it's actually a spicy card instead of a BS card they always draw. Yeah. Grass to 1 would make the most sense. Dimension Shifter. We can do Dimension Shifter. I think Dimension Shifter is weird, because I agree that it is definitely a problem, but I think the big problem is the fact that, like, Flunder can abuse it, and Flunder right now have other, like, Floodgate-like effects with the barrier statues and stuff like that, and Dimension Shifter just makes it even more problematic. I think it's actually a pretty cool hand trap, to be fair. Why is Reasoning still at 3? Shut up. Shut up. No, Reasoning is fine. I mean, I don't think Reasoning is a problem. What deck do you see that is using Reasoning effectively? Other than, like, my version of Dark Lords. What deck actually uses Reasoning? Let's go back to... Because I know, like, Eldritch can... but most Eldritch decks I see don't run it. Because they'd rather just have, like, the myriad of floodgates at their disposal, right? Zombie World Control? True. But they also use Grass, and that's just kind of like... Yeah, true. Like, Zombie World Control, but that's, again, more of Zombie World being an issue rather than, like, Reasoning. The Eld Pile deck? True. Can we unban Phoenix Blade? No. No. Thanks, though. Reasoning is a meme card. I think Reasoning probably should be limited. But it's also, like, not doing anything. It is an FTK enabler. That is true. Which in best of ones is a problem. Which is why I'm like, yeah, you probably do want to limit it. Cubics use Reasoning, Witchcrafters, but they use Grass as well, yeah. Yeah, it's like, again, Cubics, Witchcrafters, inconsistent FTKs. I can see the argument. Probably should go to 1. Why do I have 2 of this card? Why? Semi-limited? Sure, why not? Semi-limited. Oh, well, yeah, sure. We'll put everything into like a big list later and like ban and limits and everything. Supreme King, Starving Venom. We're Independent Nightingale. Definitely Starving Venom. I hate that card. The card's dumb. This one? Supreme King, Starving Venom. Let's go... Verte... Hulk... I can't spell. I didn't hit it with my pinky. Hulk... I think Auroradon... This is going to be controversial. I think Auroradon is fine. I think the problem is not Auroradon. I think it's Halqifibrax, and I think it is also Galaxy Tomahawk. I think these 2 cards are more of a problem than Auroradon, but we'll put Auroradon on here. And the reason for this is because it does lock you out of Link Summoning, which is like a big thing that you get off of the tokens. And I think O-Lion is actually worse than the Auroradon itself. I think if you ban O-Lion, it does solve a lot of the issues. Blue Eyes has 3k attack! Jet Synchron needs to go to 1. Jet Synchron should probably be banned. Well, if you ban Hulk, you probably don't need to ban Jet. Does Jet get you anything without Hulk? True. Protoss. Oh, it was right there. It was literally right there. Is there anything else? Danglong. Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. Think that one's pretty obvious. Meow Meow Moo. Yes. Meow. Meow Moo. We have Verte. I think DPE is fine. Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Lord of the Heavenly Prison is actually fine. Yes, it does protect back row, but in all reality, it's not doing much. It's just kind of there. Vanity. I totally forgot Vanities was a thing. Vanities is a thing. Vanity's Emptiness. Why are you a thing? Why are you only from the Master Pack? Why aren't you from the Legacy Packs? Why can I not have you from the Legacy Packs? Please. Playing Unchained against Lord of Heavenly Prison is suffering. I was already on here, but yeah. What is my take on Simorgh? That is a good question. Simorgh is problematic because it does just get you a free special summon, but because it is during the end phase, it's hard because this does set up an infinite negate loop due to this card in particular with Apex Avian. And it always seems like Simorgh is broken with specifically Statue and the Apex Avian. So my opinion is like, I don't mind Simorgh. What's up, Diego? But I do understand that it is problematic. It's currently banned in the TCG, and that did solve a lot of the issues that like Tri-Brigade was dealing with. But they still had like Barrier Statue and stuff like that. So I don't think Simorgh is as big of an issue. Ban Union Carrier? True. For some reason, Union Carrier... How do you... Okay. I did spell it correctly. Just didn't have the right thing. Yeah, Union Carrier is crazy. Unban Dragoon. No, Dragoon can stay banned. Ban Electrolyte? True. Don't know how to spell it. Electrumite. There you go. How do you spell this card? Oh, wait, hold on. Electrumite. There we go. Got it. Ban Ava? Yeah, you could. Dragon Buster Destruction Sword is only a problem because of Union Carrier. Dragon Buster Destruction Sword can stay. I feel Skill Drain should be limited to 1. I think Skill Drain should be banned. I kind of don't want to talk about the big floodgates right now. Ava... So, the question is, do you hit Ava or do you hit Ben 10? Because to me, Ben 10 is way more of an issue. So many more Penta cards are banned in this format. Electromite can stay unbanned. Well, here's the thing. If you ban Electromite, so many of those cards can come off of the list and it'd be totally fine. The big issue is how they interact with specifically Electromite. And if we've seen this literally in the TCG. You ban a whole bunch of you ban a whole bunch of cards to keep Electromite around. You hit Electromite, all of a sudden all these other cards can come off. Pendulum is still fine. They're not oppressive, they're not annoying, they don't do anything. Yeah. Ben 10 is basically generic ritual support, while Ava specifically enables Herald's degeneracy. True. So my question is, I think we do hit Ava in some way, but I also am not a fan of Ben 10. I think Ben 10 is so problematic for the future of the game. Like, the more good ritual support, or just ritual monsters exist, the more problematic this card in particular becomes. Ida10, not so much, because it does have to be summoned, so you actually have to summon Ida10. Whereas Ben 10, it's just like, if you tribute it, you get a whole bunch of stuff, which I think is way more of a problem. Ava recycling 2 more discards with 1 discard is a problem. True. VFD, yep. True King. I almost typed in VFD, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's look at the trap cards, the continuous trap cards that everyone's talking about. IO, Vanities. There can be only one. Rivalry. Skill Drain's already there. Goes in. Summon Limit. Here's the thing. The only ones I think that need to be banned, the biggest one I would say that needs to be banned right now, if I were to only hit one of these floodgates, it would be Skill Drain. These 2 can stay at 1. I'm okay with that. Yes, they're problematic, but they can stay at 1 because they're so inconsistent. So at the very least, I'm not likely to see it. Ban Skill Drain. It is 100% a massive issue in best of ones. So many decks do not have outs. So many. Yeah, it's as simple as that. I think in best of 3s, Skill Drain's fine. There are a lot of different ways that you can side in hate for the back row, or ways to deal with it, whether that's in game 1 or game 3, doesn't matter. I think it's fine in a best of 3 format, definitely not best of 1. As for the rest of these, Vanities is annoying since it enables stun decks. True. I mean, Master Duel wait, what? What do you think about Master Duel special erratas? Like, specific erratas for problematic cards? I don't think they should do that. Reason being, that would make a... So basically, Master Duel is similar to the OCG and the TCG, and it's like a way to kind of practice those in... Not really, but like, kind of. It's a way to like kind of play those 2 formats. So I don't think adding special erratas really would be a good idea. A lot of decks play better under Skill Drain than Gozen. Yeah, but also I feel like Skill Drain also stops so many more decks, though. Revelry Zombie World is basically a barrier statue. True. True, technically. Master Duel should have a TCG format and an OCG format, and goats. Oh, we'll talk about that. I do want to talk about like events and different formats and stuff like that as well. I think honestly, all of the other floodgates, there can be only one, goes in, summon limit, rivalry. They're all okay to stay. I don't think they should stay at 3. but they're good to at least stick around. Semi-limiting, limiting them, sure. All Floodgate traps to 1, or Red Reboot to 3, since Control has an advantage in best of 1. I don't necessarily think Control has an advantage. I actually think Combo very significantly does. Reason being, it is so much easier to like play through hand traps because of Called By and Cross Out, and like combo decks end on so much more than Control decks do. The problem is, like, you have to main deck, basically, back row hate for a lot of those. Red Reboot is absolutely debilitating for any deck that plays a singular trap. Red Reboot cannot come back to 3. In fact, it probably should be banned. It's that strong. Ban Colossus? Okay. Okay. I learned how to spell Colossus today. They have to ban the Nemesis runner. I think Colossus is more so the issue than the Nemesis. Just saying. It's not Colossus. It's Colossus. Anyway. Control has many ways to stun other decks, and Solemn Judgment exists for reboot. You do realize you have to see specifically Solemn Judgment for reboot. Judgment to 1 with Denomorphia about. No. In Master Duel, it's a much healthier card than Tikaboo, IO, and Sun Limit. No. Think about it like this, right? You're playing a control strategy, like Altergeist or Eldritch. You flip a card to interact with your opponent. Your opponent drops, for free, doesn't matter what they have on their field, drops Red Reboot, continues to combo off and kill you. That's the problem with Red Reboot. If it's at 3, if anyone activates anything, slap down the Red Reboot, full combo, no questions asked. It's just like Called By. Combo gets a huge buff. Control, yes, it's annoying. I get that. I understand. But it's more of a problem against decks that are not playing Floodgates than it is for anything else. Because Combo all of a sudden gets a massive power boost. That's no different than a Control deck flipping IO. Yeah, that's why IO is something that we're talking about banning. That's why Red Reboot should probably be banned. Whoa, that's crazy. Whoa. Feel like Celestial is kind of unfair. Celestial is A-okay. It has to be in the grave, and without Verte, how in the world are you summoning DPE? I don't think you unlimit or change the limitations to FD. Just run Trap Stun. Yeah. I would liken Red Reboot to Azathoth than to Called By. True. It turns off an entire part of the game for a turn. Yeah, that's... I mean, it's like IO, but for combo decks instead. Ban Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. Wait, what? Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. What is this card? When this card is synchronous summon, you can activate this effect for the rest of the turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards. Also, cards your opponent control cannot activate their effects. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. If this card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can special summon a level 8 or lower Dark Dragon Synchro monster in your graveyard. Or target special. King Kali-Yuga? Hold on. That card's fine. Who in the world is summoning it with 2 tuners and a non-tuner Dark Synchro monster? Summon this on the opponent's turn and you win. Same thing for Kali-Yuga. This card is XC summon for the rest of this turn. Other cards and their effects cannot be activated on the field, and other cards' effects on the field are negated. Quick effect, you detach a material, destroy all explosive traps on the field. Detach a material from this card, you can target a contract, spell a trap in your graveyard to set this. 2 level 8 DD monsters. Do you even summon this? Punk can do it once they get D a note. Very consistently, actually. Sure. That was a big fly. Rank up with Arsenal Falcon? No, neither of those cards are issues because they are rare and very rarely come up, and you have to be playing a deck that is specifically designed to do that, and then not get interrupted. They're rather sagging in my opinion, so just ban them. Because they could cause issues. Yeah. So? It's like saying, oh, ban Multi-Faker because it could cause issues. Oh, ban First Dark Lord because it could cause issues. Oh, ban Super Polymerization because it could cause issues. Ban IO. Or not IO. Imperm because it could cause issues. Same reason we banned Cyberstein. We banned Cyberstein because it can literally get anything out. Anything onto your side of the field. And it's searchable. And it's an FTK. The other one is a lot more inconsistent. Ban Kaiser Coliseum. Anyway. I do think Kaiser should probably just go, just because it's a pain to play against. People who play Flu. No. The unlimit of ABC? Yes, I agree with that. This card can come back. 100%. He's totally fine. He's not doing anything. He hurt no one. Ban Monarch's Erupt. Monarch's Erupt is fine. Yes, it is a one-sided skill drain, but you specifically have to control a tribute summoned monster for it to even be activatable, and there are a lot of ways to deal with that before it even comes out. Yes, True Draco is annoying, and, you know, having to deal with Monarch's Erupt. Yes, it is. Snow should be gone? Yes, I should. Goodbye, guys. I'm out. Later. So long. I'm banned. But no, in all reality, yeah, Fairy Tail Snow should definitely be banned. That card's crazy. I dropped my headphones because they're wrapped around this stupid chair. Yeah, Snow is crazy. Card of Demise. True, that one's also crazy. Dragoon Limited. No, Dragoons can stay banned. Dragoon, especially in best of ones, so problematic. So problematic. What are you saying? Card of Demise. Card of Demise. Yes. How is it okay? The problem is the Mecha Phantom Beast link? No. O-Line needs to be banned as well. Ban Cherubini? That's an interesting one. I don't think Cheru is all that big of an issue because of the materials it specifically requires. Like, it is specifically level 3 support. And to be fair, there isn't a lot of support for level 3 monsters other than this and, like, Dante stuff. Elstradal Winda. Elstradal Winda is fine. Isold is okay. It is annoying, but yeah. Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. No. Rongo should be banned. Rongo is the problem. Rongo should be banned. Sure, Bamboozling Gossip is annoying, but yes. Banning Cheru would kill BA even more. Winda is like, by far, it's like, okay, summon limit, I can understand saying like, summon limit's a problem. We need to deal with summon limit. Because it's just a continuous trap. And traps, back row, way more difficult to deal with than monsters. But Winda, slightly better, can be summoned on the opponent's turn. But more specifically, is the fact that Winda is very weak. And you can run over Winda very easily. Right? So, I can understand it, but I think Summon Limit and Winda are two very easy to play around floodgates. Right? It's not something where it's like, oh, you can only do this one thing. It's like, no, you can just like play the game just slower. It's just slower. The problem with Cheru is it foolishes for cost. Yes. There's a reason why Foolish Burial is limited. Okay, what is this first line right here? That is why it's fine. Yes, if it was two generic monsters, 100% overpowered. Because it is two very specific level 3 monsters that are not that easy to get to, probably not really worth it. Dimension Shifter Limited? Yeah. You can make Cheru off a single E-Telly. E-Telly? That's a card, yeah. Emergency Teleport. This card should 100% be banned. This card's crazy. It's this card that is the problem. It is this card. Not Cheru. No. Cherubini's fine. This card's the problem. I've never seen Dragoon played. What made it so broken? Yeah, let me show you. Dragoon. So, it cannot be destroyed by card effect, and it cannot be targeted. The only way to deal with it is through non-targeting removal, either through non-targeting sends, or non-targeting returns, or non-targeting banishing, or to kaiju it. However, it also has an Omni Negate. So, once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, you can discard a card, negate the activation, destroy that card, and it gains attack. Also, if it uses two normal monsters, notably Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon, you are able to pop cards your opponent controls. During the main phase, you can destroy a monster your opponent controls and inflict a damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. Crazy. So, yeah. In Best of Ones, this card, if you don't have the out to this card, which a lot of decks don't, you just die. The only way Dragoon can come off is if Verte gets banned. Dragoon probably could come off, but should it is the question. So Full Armor Master, here's the big thing about Full Armor Master. 3,000 attack points. And it is not indestructible by battle. It's only unaffected. So Full Armor Master is fine. Yes, it can be made fairly easily through Blackwing stuff. But while it is unaffected, it is very easy to just walk over. Just walk over it. A lot of decks can do this. A lot of decks can interact with this. If it is supported with a bunch of other things, that's where it does become a problem. But it's not great. Dragoon is anti-DPE? Yes. It's like saying you should ban Ultimate Falcon? True. It's also not exactly the easiest. Kali Yuga. No. Kali Yuga is also inconsistent. Okay. If they ban Verte and limit the Red Eyes Fusion, or banned Fusion Limited, or branded Fusion Limited, branded Fusion technically can make the Dragoon, but it is so bad, it's not even worth playing. Block Dragon. Block Dragon should probably be banned, even though Adamantipator is not doing great. Block Dragon's crazy. Unban Graceful Charity. Yes, yes, that one. Fossil Dyna. What was the other one? Inspector Border. That card should probably also be banned. Thunder King. Thunder King Ryo? Huh? Ban Ibli. No. That is also very inconsistent. No PvP? Probably not. Union Carrier's already here. It's right here. I probably should ban Isold. Now that I'm thinking about it, probably deserves a ban. Reason being, this does a lot of like degenerate combos with like Dark Warrior stuff. Leads to a lot of FTKs. Definitely a problematic card. Buster Sword is not a problem without Union Carrier. Iblis should go. Code Talkers is a toxic deck. I agree. Code Talkers is toxic. However, Iblis should not go. It is inconsistent. Featherstorm should definitely go. Is this the card I'm thinking of? If you control a winged beast monster until the end of this turn, negate any monster effects your opponent activates. If you control a Harpy monster, you can activate this card from your hand. During the zone, spell trap is destroyed by an opponent's card effects. You can add a Harpy's Feather Duster from your deck or grave to your hand. Problem with this card is that it's unsearchable, and it specifically requires a winged beast. There are so few decks that can use this, and use this reliably. No. Unlimit Harpor, Galatea, and Girsu. And Gear. Alright, Dark Matter. That is by far your worst opinion today. Unlimit Launcher. True. I could do that. Launcher can come back. Or Archfiend. One of the two. It's searchable with Harpies? Good. Good. At least they have something, right? Give them something, please. Darklaw? Darklaw's fine. Darklaw is 100% fine. Honestly, both Raigeki and Harpy's Feather Duster being just blanket destruction effects is a bit too strong for best of ones. Just a tiny bit at the moment. I think they're just a little bit too strong. They just kind of win games. And that's... Yeah. I'm not a big fan of just, like, absolute blowout cards. The amount of times that this has been just dropped, where it's just, like, Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, or, like, Lightning Storm, Raigeki, or something like that. It has to be either we ban... We like, ban Lightning Storm, or we ban both of these. And I think these two should definitely... No Raigeki to 3? No. What about Synchro decks? Don't they have a ban list? What would you ban from Synchros? There are plenty of negates and destruction and protection from destruction, but the thing is, having a Raigeki and a Feather Duster dropped on you is very problematic in best of ones. I think Raigeki is the one where I'm like, no, this probably is fine. But I'm also like, this can just absolutely win you the game. Can we unlimit Red Beat? No! 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 Red Reboot is broken. Ban it. Get it out of here. No. No Red Reboot. Ban it. Terrible card. Ban Scythe. True. Oop. There it is. Ban Dimensional Barrier. Dimensional Barrier is fine. Super Poly. Super Poly is fine. Super Poly specifically requires you to discard. It requires specific materials on the field. It requires you to have specific monsters in your extra deck. Yeah, no, it's fine. You can at least bait with Raigeki. The problem that I have is that Lightning Storm also exists, right? Which is why I'm thinking in best of ones, Raigeki's a little bit too strong. Little bit. But I don't know. That one I'm like wishy-washy on. Feather Duster should probably be banned. What about Stardust? What do you mean, what about Stardust? Super Poly is only good if it's like a fusion meta. So like when DPE came out and everyone was playing DPE and like other dark monsters like Verte and stuff, sure, Super Poly was great. And then people are playing a lot more wide variations of decks with different types and like Prank Kids. What are you gonna Super Poly there? Birds. What are you gonna Super Poly there? You know, we have like Eldritch. What are you gonna Super Poly, right? It's just like there aren't really great Super Poly targets. It really just depends on the meta. Sometimes Super Poly is absolutely broken. Sometimes it's not. Unbanned Summon Sorceress. Do you know what that card does? No. Every back row deck has a Solemn set for Duster. What? No. I rarely see Solemn Judgment. Can we use Super Poly against Eldritch? You can sometimes. Mystic Mine on Pancras. Numeron Network. Yes. Thank you. Wah. I don't know if I should ban the card or just limit it. All kaijus should be banned. What? I'm wondering if I should ban Zeus. Zeus is crazy. Probably not. Is there anything else? What the heck? Oh, Numeron Network. King of Beasts? No. Ban Borbo. Yeah, I can see that helping. I mean, I think Dryden's more so the issue than Borbo. If I were to ban a Zodiac card, it'd be Dryden. Definitely. Borreload. Why do you want Borreload Savage banned? What is Borreload Savage doing? What? I hated kaijus. Started playing them. Now I love them. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ban Draglubion for Numeron Dragon. Misk to 1. Oh, yeah. Misk can be banned. That card's dumb. Zombie World. Zombie World is fine. I think the issue that I have is Necro World Banshee. I'd probably either ban or limit this card. Scythe is on here. Right here. The only thing I ever see Zoo do is Zeus Turbo. Yeah. You guys realize that these are cards that we haven't actually specifically said are... This isn't just like all bans. I'm not banning all of these cards. These are just like, hey, let's move these on the limited list. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go and open up a new one. These will be the banned cards. Or here, actually. No, hold on. Let's go like this. Let's copy the deck. I'm gonna copy it a few times. So this one will be the banned cards. Okay? Okay. So we're gonna take off this one. Take off this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and... No, that one can stay. And this one, and that one, and... Probably these two. This one. This one. This one. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Necro Valley. No. I should sort this on a tier list. How? Meow to 1 is fine. Nope, it's not. Nope. Nope. It is not. It's not. Limited. Oh, up. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And then all of these guys can go away. So this would be the limited. Yeah. Adventure? What would we hit in Adventure is my question. Why Electromite? Because it breaks all of Pendulum. And it puts so many other cards on the limited list for Pendulum. So if you ban Electromite, you can unlimit so many other cards. So many other Pendulum cards. And the deck actually then doesn't become Pendulum, it becomes this archetype, or this archetype in Pendulum, or this Pendulum archetype, and then actually becomes different archetypes. Which is exactly what you want. Water Enchantress at 1. Yeah. Sure. I don't think Adventure is an issue, but okay. Limits Gustav Max to 2. Please. Pot of Desires to 1. Are there any pot card? If I were to limit a pot card, it would definitely not be Desires. It would be Prosperity. Ban Ingage. You're right. I totally forgot about that card. Ingage. Yeah, that card can be banned. That's fine. Totally fine with that. Leave Colossus alone? Nemesis Corridors? Alright, dude. Your opinions are trash. Goodbye. Take a break. Think about what you've said. Ban M-Pen, so I never have to see Flu again. We already banned the barrier statue. That's more so the issue than anything else. People do know that Token Collector stops things, but they don't play it. Ban Armed Dragon? What? Did Nightingale make the ban list? No, why? What do we have that's semi-limited? Semi-ed. What would we semi-limit? Nothing. Nothing. Hold on. By the time you added an M-Pen, you've basically won? Exactly. Semi-limit Longwan, Incredible Ecclesia, or Moye. True Sword Soul probably does need a hit, but I don't really think Sword Soul is that big of an issue. Ban the Warrock archetype because it sucks that such cool art has such bad monster. Wait, hold on. What? Cool art? Have you seen the Warrock stuff? Ah, yes. The 10 out of 10 art. Yes, I love Mountain. Nightingale sets up dumb FTK with the cards that can take on its name. Oh, Nightingale. I thought you were talking about a different one. Are you... Is it Nighting? Huh? Independent Nightingale. Yeah, that one can be banned. Independent. Cool. Fallen of Alba's limit. No. There's only one card that should be semi-limited? True. Ban Toad? Toad's fine. Toad could probably honestly come off of the ban list. Is there anything we wanted to semi-limit? No? Unlimits. This one, and this one. That's it. That's all the unlimits that we have currently. Semi-limit Dark Ruler. No. Could Mally come to 3? No. Abyss Dweller? Huh? What do you mean OCG just banned it? Yeah, they banned it because of Splight. Do we have Splight? Unlimit Gamma? True. True. Gimme my boy. What else do we have that's, like, limited or semi for, like, no reason at all? Oop. Oh, if you were to ban Electromite, like, all of the Pendulum cards can come back. This guy can come back. Saryuya can stay limited, I don't care. Scapegoat can come back, that's fine. Chronograph is fine. Double Iris is fine. This guy can stay at 1. That guy can stay at 1. He's fine. He's fine at 1. Now, realistically, he can go back to 3. Ban Brilliant Fusion. Yeah, yeah, we could do that. Alistair the Invoker can come back to 3. Well, specifically Magical Meltdown. I think that's fine. The Trickstar field spell? True. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There it is. True King. Just kidding. Tri Brigade to 3? No, it's fine. Conk to 3? No, that's fine. Unlimit all the Exodias. Want to see them brick so hard. What does Brilliant Fusion do? It sets up an FTK. Unlimit Girsu. No. Kagari? No. Kagari can stay banned. That's fine. He can stay at 1. That's okay. Sky Striker doesn't need extra support. We can give these guys back Roar, though. Hawk can stay at 1. That's fine. Sure. Gazelle? Gazelle cannot come back to 3. Nope. Scapegoat's currently semi. Unlimit Morphing Jar? Unban Heavy Storm. In a best of 1? No! That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like a nightmare. What were we banning? What were we banning? Brilliant Fusion. Yes, Brilliant Fusion. Brillante. That card can go away. Don't know why it's at 1. Just ban the card. Just ban the card, Konami. Please. Alright. What do you guys think? So, here are our banned cards. Orphoscorpio? No. Oh, Yada can come back. I can't actually add... So, here's the problem. Hold on. Real quick. Let's go to banned cards real quick. So, let me try and add it. Can't add cards. Don't know why. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, like, there are cards on here that, like, I could probably take off of the list. Like, for example, Kieran. Kieran could probably come back. Cold Wave at 1? No. No, Cold Wave is crazy. That's terrifying. That's a terrifying concept. Does Spellcaster need some bans? No. Country of Wizards. Village of the Spellcaster? Secret Village of the Spellcaster? No, this one's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. So. Banned cards. Cold Wave at 1 would be spicy. Thank you. Someone said it. Brutally Swaggle. Oh, IO2. What? It's very clear you guys have never actually experienced Cold Wave being dropped on you. No. Cold Wave is not good. Not a good card. Not a fair card. Limit Upstart and ban Chicken Game. We can ban Chicken Game. I like banning Chicken Game. But I think this is fine. So, for best of 1, this is what we have. Ban Ava, ban Cyberstein, ban Maxi, ban Olion. This is one no one else came up with. I had to say this. You guys are terrible. Barrier Statue, Snow, Misk, Scythe, Block Dragon, Protoss, Ben 10. I say Harpy's Feather Duster. This card's crazy. Card of Demise, Engage, Chicken Game, Numeron Network. Yeah, just ban the card. Kaiser Coliseum, Brilliant Fusion, Telly, called by Red Reboot, Imperial Order, Skill Drain, and Vanity's Emptiness. As for the extra deck, we have a bunch of FTK stuff with the Independent Nightingale as well as Supreme King Starving Venom. Supreme King Dragon Starving Venom. I hate that name. We also have Colossus. Danglong is also on here. This card is absolutely insane and can just do absolutely everything. Drytron can't exist at all. No, Drytron can. It's called you use other cards other than fairies. Like, you know, your own boss monster? Wow, that's crazy. Rongo, Zodiac Drident, Galaxy Tomahawk, True King of All Calamities, Meowmoo, Isold, Electromite, Hulk, Union Carrier, Verte Anaconda, Simorg, and Auroradon. All of these cards facilitate something degenerate or annoying or just are too strong in best of ones. Why ban Isold? Because with the Dark Warrior package, or just Warriors in general, you can basically go through an FTK line pretty easily if you can get 2 Warriors onto your side of the field. Also, it is an insane combo piece for a lot of decks that go into Warriors. So you can use Warriors to set up a really crazy combo, and in best of ones, where you're not exactly always going to have a hand trap or a way to interact with your opponent, having Isold, which sets up all of those combos, is crazy. Numeron in a best of one format sucks. Exactly. What is number 42 Galaxy? This card says summon 5 tokens. 5 tokens. Put this in the extra monster zone. 5 tokens. No restrictions. Except for they're destroyed during the end phase. That's it. Numeron Discrimination. Yeah. This card is terrible for best of ones. Awful. Just ban it. Just ban it. That's it? Yeah. Calling it 2, wall it 2. Nope. What about Ash? What about it? I can maybe buy this for my Galaxy Eyes deck. It's from the Legacy pack, the Galaxy Tomahawk. Duster can... Stop. Amerian. Stop. No. 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 All statues should be banned preemptively. Okay, I have a question for you. What is a light statue going to do against half of the metagame? Or how about a dark statue? Or even better yet, what is a fire statue going to do? What archetype could possibly facilitate a fire statue? Somehow I managed to draw from the Legacy pack. I've tried. I can't. It's impossible. Anyway, here are our limitations. We have Water Enchantress, for reasons. I don't know. You guys don't like the Adventure Engine. Sure, I get it. We have Inspector Border. This card's stupid. We have Necro World Banshee. Being able to see multiple of this card is stupid. We have Dimension Shifter. This card, being continuous, is more so the issue, and the fact that it lasts until the end of the next turn is more so the issue than anything else. Reasoning, Grass, both limited to 1. Oh, I have Numeron Network here at 1. Sorry. This isn't even supposed to be here. Excuse that. That's what I wanted. Excuse me. Excuse me. I made a mistake. Yeah, this is supposed to be limited, not banned. Then we limited a whole bunch of floodgates. Summon limit, rivalry, goes in match, and there can be only run. Realistically, you could probably semi-limit all of these. That would probably be better, but we'll limit them. It's fine. No one will miss the statues. I will miss the statues. Rude. No, I don't actually care, but I don't think they're an issue. I think the only one that's an issue is the barrier statue of Stormwinds. Literally the only one. Moon Mirror is fine, indeed. As for unlimits, we have my boy, Gamma, so I can stop drawing Driver without Gamma. We have Multi-Faker, we have Luster Dragon Pendulum, because we banned Electromite, same with Double Iris, same with Chronograph, same with Astrograph. We have Thunder Dragon Roar, because Colossus is banned. We have a Magical Meltdown, because what the heck is Alistair the Invoker doing in the year of our Lord and Savior 2022? Trickstar Light Stage, same reason. Same with Infernity Launcher. Same with Scapegoat. And same with ABC Buster. There you go. Please semi-limit Nadir Servant. No. Fluanderese will miss the statue. Yep. And that's why we banned that one. That's the only one we decided to ban. Psyframe Omega to 3? Oh, true. Yeah, I probably could have done that. Anyway. That's it. That's all I wanted to talk about with regards to the ban list. Put Darkworm at 2. No limit to Ash Blossom. Why in the world would I limit Ash Blossom? What? Heavenly Prison Lord 2. No. What I wanted to talk about next is events. So, let's go back over here. And let's go to this. Now, first of all, I was going to talk about, like, the Duelist Cup right now, and how annoying a lot of these decks are that are currently topping. Like, for example, whatever the hell this is. Cool. But more specifically, ban Valor. Why? What? Why do you guys... Hand traps are cool. Hand traps are great. Why do you want to ban Valor? Now we need a tournament with this ban list to test it? I mean, I could. Would anyone play in it? Probably not. The old card event may be interesting. Yeah. So, let's go to leaks and updates. Is there an old leak that we can look at? Like from the very beginning of the game? Master Duel early data mines. IDs! Okay, this is literally early data mine. Like, useless. Useless information. I'm down to play some games with it. Alright, I'll set up a duel room. Event assets. This is, I think, what we want to see. The classic event. So, one thing that I think a lot of people will agree with is that the events that we've had have been pretty lackluster, right? We've had the Duelist Cup recently, which I've talked about that extensively. This event sucks. We've had like the Synchro event, that also sucked. The XZ event, that one was okay. Diffusion event, that one was also okay. The no extra deck, that one sucked. And a whole bunch of other things that just like when you compare this to something like Duel Links, I'm gonna pull this up and it's gonna take like 6 years to pull up. But like compared to the events that we get in Duel Links, they're so significantly worse. Limit 1 was okay. Limit 1 was fine. NR Festival was cool because of the actual format that we got. But in terms of like an event, it was just like, hey, here's a new way to play ranked Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow, that's crazy. Whereas like if we look at what's going on in Duel Links, right? Synchro sucks because of True Draco. Synchro sucks because either you were playing against a Synchro deck that Synchro summoned like 6,000 times, and like that was it, or you played against True Draco. So there you go. Do I have a Discord? Yeah, Discord is down below in the description. I used BLS for NR, which was fine, but also boring. What did I click? I accidentally clicked something. I didn't click that. What? What? Go back. Boring event in general. NR was super fun because the format was actually cool. But like when we look at the active events in Duel Links, we get things like the mission research, which constantly is like giving you new things to do within the world of Duel Links, whether that is through playing ranked games or through playing solo mode type events. Or we have like a new character has come along and you get to farm for their stuff either through the gate or what have you. At the very least, it's new events. It's something that's happening that you can like grind for, that gives you specific content and the like. Now granted, with Master Duel, this is more so for a competitive audience, which is why I hate when people are like, this game is full of too many tryhards. It's like, no, stop. That's the point of the game. The point of the game is to be more competitive than something like Duel Links. If you want a true casual experience, go play Duel Links. Please. The game is great for casuals. Thank you. Typer attribute specific events. I think we have data mined that as well. I had fun with Megalith until Megalith and Metal Foes steamrolled the event. Alright. The classic event is the one that I look forward to the most. Yeah, I'm excited for that one because, I mean, GOAT format seems pretty interesting. But yeah, just like, I mean, overall, let me know. Let me know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the events? Have you liked, like, some of the events, for example, the NR event, that was like the only one I actually enjoyed playing in and was excited to get on and play the event. Not like just play Yu-Gi-Oh, but play the event in particular. That was like the only one. Everything else, it was just like, well, I'm going to play this slightly different gimmicky version of Yu-Gi-Oh. Because NR was actually like an entirely different event. It was an entirely different format. It was just something else entirely, which was super cool. And that's why I really liked it. It was a lower power format, very similar to like GOAT format in the TCG, or more like Edison format. I think that's a better example, where it's like, yeah, you had combos, you had things that you can do, but it wasn't like crazy. Limit 1 Festival, I had a lot of fun in. Okay, but my question is, as an event, have any of them been good? Like, as something to log on and grind rewards for, or like get anything out of other than just like, it's slightly different. Was there anything? Oops. Because to me, it felt like there was nothing. There's no event that I, like, wanted to grind other than, hey, this format's cool. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like all of these events are so mediocre. Team duels? Do you mean, like, 2v2, or do you mean, like, tag duels? Where they, like, tag out? Because, yes, both of those I think would be cool. Tag. I think it would be cool to do a 2v2 as well. Like, there are so many cool events that they could do that would actually, like, change the way that Master Duel works, and yet they just haven't done, like, any of them. Okay, I'm gonna create a room. $40 players. Create a room. So this is going to be special ban list. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna type out all of these cards. So let's go like this. What cards do we have? So banned. We have Ava, Cyberstein, Maxi. Lumen 1 kind of gave that to me since I combined way more archetypes and tried to make it work. Yeah, that was really cool. A new experience, and nothing felt too bad. It was pretty fun to grind out, at least. Yeah. Konami should add in best of 3. So Master Duel, like, measures the good arena in that respect. I agree. I think they should add, at least in duel rooms, the ability to do best of 3s and stuff like that. Multiple running draft events, events where they completely change the rules of the game, and in addition to standard grind stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine if we actually had events. Like, even just, like, Duel Links style events, where it's like, you can actually do something outside of just grinding the game. That would be amazing. That would be crazy. That'd be so fun. But alas, shall never be. Oh, lion. Stormwind statue. Snow. Misk. Scythe. Blocky Boy. Protoss. Ben 10. You better not be playing a ritual deck. Harpies. Card of Demise. Ingage. Chicken. Sorry, I can't read chat and type. Kaiser. Brilliant. Fusion. Emergency teleport. Called by... Red. Reboot. I play it because it's best of one and can just scoop. But I'm for a best of 3 if that makes others happy. Here's the thing with best of 3. I don't think they should make the main game mode best of 3. I think it should just be in like they can do it for events, but more specifically just for the duel room. Is it 2 L's? How do you spell this? Colosseum. Too many S's! Oh my gosh. Red reboot. IO. Skill. Drain. Vanities. Emptiness. I'll try and put this in the Discord. Independent. Gale. I don't know how to spell this. Gale. Sure. Supreme King Dragon Starving. Supreme King Dragon Starving. Venom. I sure hope you know what that means. What does Pot of Greed do? Just copy Magic's commander format? That would actually be cool. What does Kaiser Colosseum do? It's too confusing to explain. So, that's why it's banned. Colossus. Dang long. Oh my gosh! I accidentally double clicked. Rongo Bongo. Have you read Misk? Trident. Galaxy. Tomahawk. Very fun Dragon Bane, indeed. VFD. Calamity. Calamity. There we go. Meow. Isolde. Now, with this format, we obviously have to play best of ones. That's just how it's going to have to go. Electrumite. Hulk. Union. Carrier. Verte. Yep. Simorph. And Rorodon. Okay, these are all the bands. Let me pull up Discord. How would you work the commander part as the commander limits the colors? Would a Yu-Gi-Oh limit the creature type? It'd just be an archetypal limit, right? So you just have... I just realized my light has been off this entire time. So with commander format, I feel like it would just be... It'd be basically like a deck master, like in the anime, except you're locked into a specific archetype. So if you choose Dark Magician, you'd only use the Dark Magician cards, right? Yeah. Or... yeah, I think that's like just the best way to do it. Please give back Conk. No. No tune table of contents. Mark draws tune table of contents. Yeah. No tunes. Okay, anyway. Let me go to event page. I know I have an event page here on my Discord. I promise. There it is. Server stuff. New ban list. Messenger. I didn't want to do that. That's fine. I wanted to. I hate Discord sometimes. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, Sure. Oh my gosh. I want to, like, enter so that it's on a different line. Can't. Ah! It's fine. No. No. No, it's not real. That's why it's in the events. Okay. Limited. Let's go to the limited page. Could you imagine if this ban list was actually this good? Yeah, okay, let me edit this. Tournament soon. Okay, there we go. How do I can't. Literally impossible. Okay. Limited. We have Water Enchantress. We have Inspector Order. Necro World. Banshee. Dimension Shifter. Dimension Shifter. Reasoning. Grass. Numeron. Network. Rivalry. Summon limit. Goes in. TC Boo. Alright. Tikaboo. And then. Yep. Unlimited. Terror Element is a very fun deck to play. Why is that the only thing that I saw? I haven't been watching chat, but I hope you guys aren't doing anything stupid. Sprite Terror Element, I'm not gonna lie, super cool. To be fair, there are many good decks in the TCG. Yeah. That's one thing that's actually very cool is, at least in the TCG, it's not a 2-deck format. It's like Sprite and like a whole bunch of other Rogue tier stuff, but it's like Sprite. Which Sprite's cool, so I'm okay with it. Gamma! Unlimited! Hooray! Multi-Faker. What is this card even called? Luster Pendulum. Luster... Pendulum. Astrograph. I know that's that card over there. Double Iris. Double Iris. Yeah, best of 3 is a whole different game. Chronograph. That's the other one. Chronograph. I'm surprised. I know too many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm not gonna lie. My brain is full of random crap that is not useful to everyday life. Dragon. No. Roar. Magical. Meltdown. Trickstar. Late stage. Infernity. Launcher. Scapegoat. And a BC Buster. Dragon Buster. Cool. Yay! Alright. Okay. You can go to the Discord. I'm gonna pin the message. So you can go to the Discord, which is linked down below. And you can check out the ban list that we're doing. Sorry, hold on. Anyway, go to the event page on the Discord. You can check out the ban list for what we are doing with the ban list. I will host a tournament. That's the plan, is to host a tournament with this, just to see how it's doing, or if this would even work. Because I think this is a interesting concept. But what I would like to do is I would like you guys to play decks that have been altered or changed from the ban list, right? So, for example, want to ban a combo? What? Fairy trap. What? Huh? Anyway, so like, play Flunder without the barrier statue. Play Eldritch without the floodgates. Play Sky Striker without engage. You know, that's what I would like to see. I might not participate in this tournament. I might, but how long would the room be open? I don't have the room open because I want to actually like host a tournament. Like actually, I can do a duel room and have you guys participate in it. Like I have the duel room open. But I kind of want to do like an actual tournament to see what would actually happen if we hit these cards that are problematic in best of ones. Looks like an easy win for Sword Soul Tenyi. Is it? Probably. We actually didn't hit any of those cards. Probably should have. Let's see. I could add those. Probably should have hit something. That's just something that, like, again, it's pretty easy to play against. It's not like oppressive or anything. It's not something that people complain about. Emergence to 1. The Halcyon combo kind of hurt. Yeah. Same with Verte, kind of. 3 Lava Golem ruins Sword Soul's life. I guess. Here we go. If you want to join, you know what? No, I lied. We'll do the ban list. We'll do an actual tournament that we'll host. Okay. Someone said limit emergence to 1. Sure. Is there any other hit you would have to Sword Soul Tenyi? Dragon Mace will just bounce everything. Like, if we're talking about top-tier strategies, like, I don't mind Sword Soul being the best. I don't mind Tri-Brigade being the best. I don't mind some of these decks being the best. Perhaps Vishutta to 1. I think Vishutta to 1 is not nearly as good as a Shunna to 1. Oh, my Switch is charging. I have to see. We're not doing a duel room right now, Kane. Strategist. Strategist? What? Oh, long one. Yeah. I could see long one being limited to 1. That would make sense. I think Emergence is probably the best one. But I mean, with Protoss ban, with Danglong ban, with Hulk ban, I think Sword Soul's not really that big of an issue. I could play Dragon Link without Hulk. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Here's what I want you guys to do. If you want to participate in the tournament, I'm going to create a tournament later. Probably not right now. I'll post one in the tournament. Create a deck that uses the ban list. I think I'll add Emergence, sure. Just some sort of limitation, you know. There we go. Yeah, create a deck list. Playing a deck that you think might win or what have you, while also kind of abiding by the ban list. Gosh, dang it. Oh gosh, okay. Sword Soul, hold on. Okay, there we go. And then with that, just take a picture of it. Have it ready for when I post the tournament. I'll have the tournament be announced in the announcements tab. So check that on the Discord. Yeah, and then I'll have like a day that we just go and play this format basically and see, is it better? Like, I'd love to see if someone can still play stun with things like the one Inspector Border, one of all of these floodgates and stuff like that. I'd love to see Eldritch. I'd love to see, you know, what someone could do with maybe a 60 card list with grass, focusing on grass, or, you know, what people can do with the adventure stuff with with Water Enchantress at 1. Did I post this somewhere? Yeah, the ban list is currently on the Discord. Here, I'll pull it over. So if you head over to the Discord, link is in the description. You can just check out the description down below. It's just all right here in the events page. It's currently pinned, so if you go to the pinned comment, right here, all of it, there you go. It's all right here as well. So there you go. Already made a deck. Barely even hit my deck. Nice. I'm considering DDD, but I'm not sure I have the brain power to play that for an entire tournament. DDD is not that hard, but I believe in you. You can do it. Phantom Knights seem really good. Yeah, Phantom Knights should be pretty good. Phantom Knights, Sword Soul, Tri-Brigade, lots of stuff like that. I don't think Flunder is honestly all that bad, even without the barrier statue, because they can still just basically play on your turn. So, yeah, again, this is the idea behind this is not to limit or ban anything that is currently top tier. It's more so to limit unfun interactions, right? Like Meow Meow Moo, the reason it's banned is because that and adventure and DPE all kind of put together, along with just like one prank kid gets you full combo, was more so the issue. Whereas like, yeah, prank kid without Meow Meow Moo doesn't do anything. And let's be honest, a Raigeki that can be used twice is kind of crazy. So, yeah. But things like the Aurora Dawn, things like Brilliant Fusion, I don't want people to play FTKs, but if you want to try, go for it. So yeah, that's the ban list. Cool. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Just, I don't know. Master Duel is kind of weird right now. It's just because like the events are so mediocre and everything. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna end my stream there. Predaplane? What about Predaplane? I don't know. I'm gonna end my stream there. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy it. If you did, I like is very much appreciated. And if you want to participate in the tournament, check the Discord down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye bye.